Hello horror movie lovers, I'm Trenton and I love movies just like you, obviously. Pearl, the prequel to Ty West X, releases in about a week, so I thought, why not do a designated video on this bitch, cause I mean, look at her. In this video, I'm gonna state 5 reasons why Pearl is the next iconic slasher movie villain, as well as what I want and don't want from this movie.
So everyone's entitled to one good scare.
Trapped on her family's isolated farm, Pearl must tend to her ailing father under the bitter and overbearing watch of her devout mother, lusting for a glamorous life like she's seen in the movies. Pearl's ambitions, temptations, and repressions all collide in the stunning Technicolor-inspired origin story of X's iconic villain. Now, I actually really enjoyed X, but I'm not going to dwindle on that for too long because I'm probably going to do a designated video on that movie. But long story short, I wanted more of Pearl. I mean, if you've seen the movie, which hopefully you have, like, what the fuck are you doing here if you haven't? You know that there isn't really a large body count, specifically when it comes to Pearl and her kills. She only killed 3 people, which was kind of disappointing in my opinion, since she kind of was the whole selling point of the movie, other than the amazing casting. Now that was the main selling point, but some people came to see an old bitch killing people, which we didn't really get much of. Like, we got it, but I personally feel like we didn't get enough. Like, something was missing for me in X, but I'm pretty sure this movie will fill that void. Reason number 1.
I mean, how can you even ask that? Just look at her.
Reason number 2, aesthetic. Based on the trailer alone, there seems to be a distinct aesthetic with this movie, giving off a whimsical Wizard of Oz, Sound of Music, Ryan Murphy's Ratched type of vibe, where a film takes place far off in the past but has such a vibrant and saturated color palette, which definitely contrasts with X's somewhat watered down color palette. I love when movies and TV shows do that. You'd expect for a movie like Pearl that takes place in 1918 to have a more watered down color palette since it takes place so far in the past, and for X, which takes place in 1979, to have the more vibrant color palette. But no, it's flipped on its head, which I think is an interesting and fun stylistic choice in my opinion. And this movie honestly has a little bit of a Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 vibe as well, in the sense that X was simple, effective, and was clearly an homage to the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and this one is definitely a tonal shift, batshit and crazy like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Reason number 3, relatability. Normally when it comes to iconic slasher movie villain motives, they aren't necessarily relatable when it comes to why they're killing people exactly. But when it comes to Pearl, I personally feel like her motive and her reason for killing people is very relatable and current with how the world is today, doing anything it takes for fame, to be loved, or to blow up. To me, it feels very passionate, and that in itself would distinguish herself from other iconic slasher movie villains. Obviously, the movie hasn't came out yet at the time of me filming this video, so I don't really know what exactly caused her to snap and start killing these bitches, but I assume it has something to do with her having so many dreams and aspirations and not being able to achieve them due to the people around her, which once again, in itself, is very relatable, in my opinion. Reason number 4, originality. There aren't really a lot of iconic female slasher movie villains. The only ones that I can think of off the top of my head are Lola from The Loved Ones, Michaela and Sadie from Tragedy Girls, Pamela Voorhees, etc. What I'm really trying to say is the female slasher movie villains we do have don't get as much love and praise as the male ones. To be fair, majority of the iconic ones have some sort of supernatural element to them, but it's really unfortunate because personally I prefer female killers over male killers. There's just something different about female killers that I find way more intriguing and interesting. Obviously, there do seem to be some inspirations for Pearl's character and costume design. It's definitely giving off heavy Lizzie Borden vibes with the axe and that dress in particular. She definitely has a memorable look to her with the old-timey red dress and runny mascara. I can already see people dressing up as her for Halloween. It has very high Halloween costume potential. Reason number 5, weapon or weapons of choice. Now, one of, if not the most important factor of an iconic slasher movie villain, other than their personality, is their weapon of choice. They all have them. Obviously, sometimes they shy away from their preferred weapon, but they always come back to it eventually. Pearl doesn't seem to have a preferred weapon because we see her using an axe and pitchforks and shit, so I guess we can assume she's using anything at her disposal since she lives on a farm. Now, there's 3 things that I really want from this movie. 1, gorier kills. X didn't have that many kills, and the kills that were in the movie weren't necessarily bloodless, but definitely not as gory as they could have been. 2 out of the 8 deaths were literally gun-related deaths, which always feels weird to me when our main villain or villains use guns in a slasher movie. One was literally an old man having a damn heart attack, and another one was completely off screen, which honestly felt like wasted potential for some more creative kills in my opinion. But the other 4 were actually pretty good, and I actually really enjoyed them. Based on the trailer alone, you can already tell that the kills are definitely going to be way more brutal, solely based on the fact that they're showing some of the gore in the trailer, and it's already way more extreme than X. 2. Callbacks. The trailer alone is already full of callbacks to X.
And if we really are making a good, dirty movie, I don't want to just carry the equipment. I want to be in it.
How about a film nobody else has seen?
Is it legal?
Will be eventually.
Why?
Because you got that X Factor. We're looking for someone with X Factor.
You know I don't like blondes.
I'm a fucking star! The whole world is gonna know my name!
And probably way more in the actual movie. I'm just really looking forward to all the Easter eggs that only people that have seen X will understand. 3. Ending the movie how X started. Since this is a prequel centered around Pearl, I'd assume that this will probably be somewhat of an origin story for the old man that was killing with Pearl and X as well. My guess is this guy. Since they literally were the main villains in that movie, so I really want the movie to end with the old man on the phone with Wayne asking to use the farm.
I'm from Houston. Yeah, we spoke on Tuesday. You remember? About y'all's boarding house.
It would be a full circle moment. I don't know how exactly they pull it off, most likely with some sort of time jump, but I just need the movie to end with some sort of full circle moment. That would, oh my God, that would literally be so amazing. Like, please, please. Now, there's only 2 things that I don't want from this movie. I literally couldn't even think of a third. 1, off-screen kills. Pretty self-explanatory. I want to fully see what Pearl was capable of when she was younger without censorship. Like, show me all of the carnage. 2, a slow pace. Obviously, this is an origin story, so we're most likely going to see what her life was like before she snapped and why exactly she snapped, but I just really don't want the movie to take an hour to get to her killing people. Like, we already know Pearl is a killer from watching X, so I just really don't want to have to wait too long before she starts killing people, knowing that it's inevitably going to happen. Like, just please don't have me wait until the last 20 minutes for her to start killing. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe for more videos from me, and make sure to hit that notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I post a new video. Alright, horror movie lovers, I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.